I just delted out of Pacifica, zeroing Brigitte and Cassante in the process. I start having a bro-to-bro discussion with Keanu Reeves for how I have to escape the Matrix, and the solution is to open my own dropshipping store. Once I say goodbye to my imaginary friend, I get on my bike. While I'm driving, I see that Panam is hitting me up on the holo. I pick up and tell her in the most alpha way I can to fuck off my line. She says that she missed me and wants me to come over to her place to tell her all about my plan to escape the Matrix. I tell her I'm too busy cleaning the streets. However, I folded in the end. On my way to Panam, an unknown number is hitting me up. I first thought it was 12, but then I reminded myself I wasn't like that, so I just picked up. Suddenly, I hear a bird's voice telling me she has a cure for the terminal brain damage I'm suffering. Okay, I'll bite. She sent me the info and I was on the way. Shorty made me drift all the way to the trenches for this cure, making me sneak through the local patrol through dumpsters and shit. She told me to climb up an abandoned building and all will make sense by then. In the end, I got to the top and this happens.
V, the president! You have to... Songbird! God damn it! Shit! Fuck me!
Now I have to save the world with Idris Elba and Keanu Reeves. Cyberpunk 2077 is an action RPG developed and published by CD Projekt Red. The story is set in Night City, an open world set in the Cyberpunk universe. Players play as the first-person perspective of a mercenary known as V, who can acquire skills in hacking and tech, with options for melee and ranged combat. The game is basically infamous for its horrible launch and the many glitches present at release. However, they managed to save their game with the new DLC that was released in 2023. If the DLC never dropped, to be honest, I would have never played this game. The only reason I bought it is because it was a nominee for the Game Awards and actually won the award for the category it was in. So that's the only reason I played this game, and now I'm gonna review it. Now let's talk about Night City, one of the best in-game cities ever created. Everything in this city just makes sense. The busy, expansive metropolis is a character in its own right, dynamically alive and pulsating with energy. It's a place where every alleyway could lead to a new adventure. Every corner turned could introduce you to a random character who might just give you an interesting side mission. The people you meet are different and unpredictable, each adding their own touch to the city. You never know who you'll meet next, making every meeting potentially interesting and exciting. And let's not forget about the gangs. They're always lurking in the shadows, adding a layer of danger and suspense that keeps you on your toes. Their presence serves as a constant reminder that in Night City, you must always be alert and ready for anything. The city's skyline is a marvel to behold. Skyscrapers that scrape the heavens, neon lights that cast an otherworldly glow, all set against a backdrop of endless night. It's a breathtaking sight that never fails to impress. No matter how many times you've seen it, the city skyline is this beautiful mix of future ideas and rough city life. The neon colors, a personal favorite of mine, add a surreal vibrancy to the cityscape, illuminating the buildings in a way that highlights their massive height. The changing weather adds to the city's dynamic ambience. One day, the sun casts a warm golden glow over the city. The next day, a rainstorm sweeps through, reflecting off the neon-lit streets. On other days, a sandstorm might envelop the city, creating a gritty dystopian aesthetic that fits perfectly within the narrative of the game. The constant shift in weather not only keeps the cityscape visually stimulating, but also adds a layer of unpredictability that enhances the overall gaming experience. And then there's the desert area, home to the nomads. It's a severe contrast to the urban jungle of Night City, yet it has its own unique charm. The wide open spaces, the endless expanse of sand, the sense of serenity and isolation. It's a completely different world, yet it's an integral part of the overall cyberpunk experience. In short, Night City is not just a setting in the game. It's a living, breathing entity that draws you in and makes you feel like you're truly a part of its world. It's an immersive playground that offers endless possibilities for exploration and adventure. And it's one of the key reasons why Cyberpunk is such a compelling game to play. The core gameplay mechanics mostly revolve around combat, hacking, and exploration, which all tie into the game's theme. The combat may not be anything groundbreaking, but it's enjoyable due to the vast variety of weapons available. Each weapon can be tailored to your specific build and playstyle, providing a unique feel to each encounter. The shooting mechanics are solid, offering a variety of weapons from handguns to assault rifles, each with its own distinctive features and uses. This variety extends to the melee weapons as well, with katanas, clubs, and the famous mantis blades, which everybody uses, available also for those who prefer close-quarter combat. The hacking mechanic is another standout feature in the game. As a player, you can hack into various devices and systems to manipulate the environment to your advantage or directly attack your enemies with quick hacks. This works in tandem with the exploration mechanic. as hacking can often lead to discovering new paths and secrets within Night City. Augments or mods add another layer of customization to the gameplay. You can modify your character with mods to improve their combat ability, hacking skills, or physical attributes. This allows a high degree of personalization, enabling you to tailor V to your preferred playstyle. There are several different builds you can create in Cyberpunk, depending mostly on your preference. Personally, my favorites are the Johnny Silverhand build, the Edgerunner build, and the Ninja build. The Johnny Silverhand build is focused around gunslinging, with a heavy emphasis on the revolver use. The Edgerunner build is more hacking oriented, using quick hacks to dispatch enemies from a distance, and the Ninja build, on the other hand, revolves around using katanas or mantis blades for swift and deadly melee combat. However, the beauty of Cyberpunk's gameplay mechanics is that they allow for creativity. You're not confined to these builds. You can mix and match skills, weapons, and mods to create your own unique character. Whether you want to be a gun-toting brute, a stealthy assassin, a cunning hacker, or a mix of everything, Cyberpunk lets you play your way. The characters in Cyberpunk are what truly brings the game to life for me. Each character is carefully crafted with their own unique personalities and storylines, making them feel less typical NPCs and more like real people with their own motivations and fear. Panam Palmer is a former member of the Aldecaldos, a nomad group in Night City. She's a fiercely independent and loyal character who values freedom and family above all else. Judy Alvarez is a braindance technician and a member of the Moxis gang. Her character is deeply involved with the plight of sex workers in Night City, and her story arc involves helping her friends in the industry. Songbird is a mysterious and pivotal character that makes her appearance in the Phantom Liberty expansion. With a background shrouded in secrecy, she navigates Night City's dangerous politics with intelligence and charisma. Her story intertwines with themes of freedom and resistance, making her an intriguing presence whose motives and connections reveal depth in the game's narrative. Reed is a compelling character also introduced in the Phantom Liberty expansion. Known for his tactical insight and unwavering loyalty, Reed operates within the complex socio-political landscape of Night City. Panam, Judy, Songbird, and Reed are standout characters, each with their own unique storylines that add depth and complexity to the narrative. Interacting with these characters feels organic and meaningful, as they all play a crucial role in the story and contribute to the overall narrative in their own unique ways. But the character that stands out the most is Johnny Silverhand. Johnny is without a doubt the best written character in the game. His character arc is compelling, evolving from an apparent antagonist who wishes to kill you to a trusted companion who fights alongside you. Johnny is always there, offering his opinion or insight into the various situations you find yourself in. He may not always have the best advice, and his opinions can often be abrasive, but his presence adds a layer of depth to the game that is unmatched. He's a constant companion, a voice in your head that you grow to depend on. Whether it's aiding you in a tight spot by taking control to get you to safety or engaging in meaningful conversations, Johnny is always there for you. The way Johnny's character opens up over the course of the game is a testament to the excellent writing and character development in Cyberpunk. As you progress through the story, Johnny becomes more than just a voice in your head. He becomes a friend. Despite his brash demeanor and often harsh words, you can't help but feel for him as he grapples with his own struggles and regrets. In the end, Johnny proves to be a ride or die companion, regardless of the choices you make. He may berate you and question your decisions, but he'll always have your back. It's his complex and nuanced relationship that makes him such a memorable character and a highlight of the game.
Wanna play rough? Gonna get rough.
Phantom Liberty is without a doubt the best thing about Cyberpunk. This expansion is one of the best, if not the best I have ever played. It just integrates seamlessly into the main story. The way it occurs is so organic and unexpected. You've just left Pacifica after searching for clues about Evelyn, and out of nowhere, a stranger calls you offering help. Before you know it, you're embroiled in a mission to save the president of the NUSA and in the process, the world. The expansion takes place in a newly added zone called Dogtown, which forms the backdrop for the story. The experience is reminiscent of an espionage film, with Chew cast in the role of the main spy. It's like stepping into the shoes of James Bond, with Reed acting as your handler. Together, you have to devise a plan to save Songbird and stop Hansen. However, as you delve deeper into the narrative, you'll discover that you are not in fact the main character of the expansion. You're merely a side character in a larger, more complex plot. Without revealing too many spoilers, That's as much as I can say about this expansion. I strongly recommend that you play it for yourself and experience the intricate narrative it offers. That's all I'm saying about this. Cyberpunk is undoubtedly a game I love. It's one of those rare, exceptional games that I would without hesitation rate a perfect 10 out of 10. The moment I purchased this game, I was completely captivated. It had been a while since I had been so engrossed in the game world, the last time being when I played Dark Souls 3 2 years ago. It gives me immense pleasure to see that CD Projekt Red has made such a dramatic and successful comeback with this game. The gaming community is well aware of the disastrous launch they initially had, filled with bugs and performance issues. However, they displayed an admirable resolve, managed to overcome all those challenges, and ultimately delivered a product that can be only described as phenomenal. If you're a fan of immersive, well-crafted game worlds and engaging storylines, I cannot recommend this game enough. You owe it to yourself to give Cyberpunk a try. I assure you, you won't regret it.